just getting finished. Just doing some editing. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Today is Sunday. I don't really have much of an agenda.
What is your gender? My gender. I'm a mechanic.
What I'm probably... Whoa! No agenda today. I'm just going to clean the house. So, I'm not going to say much more. Let's just get on with it. But first, music. Cleaning is done, gonna go for a shower, have some breakfast, and then just chill out for the day. Maybe do a bit of work, but chill out for the rest of the day. So I'll see you then. How can you achieve anything by lying to yourself? Every transformation in human history always began with a story. Not a fact, not a guarantee. A story someone told themselves until the world pretty much bent around it. The mind doesn't run on truth, it runs on belief. And belief is programmable, which means if you want to achieve anything, wealth, fitness, mastery, freedom, fame even, you don't need information. What you need is a better lie. Let me break this down. So a lie is strong enough to overwrite what the default is. We need to look at this as a programmable language. The fastest way to change your life is to lie to yourself. Not to other people, but to you. Because the truth is this. Your brain doesn't care about reality. It only cares about the story you tell it. And if your story is weak, your life will be weak. Stay with me here. But if your story is strong, if your lie is bold enough, you'll bend reality until it matches. That's not fantasy, by the way. That's how every champion, every billionaire, every millionaire, every outlier ever did it. And you can too, and I will too. Now, how or why does a lie shape your reality? It doesn't make any sense. How does a lie become a reality? We can break this down into a few different things. First things first is story. Reality doesn't hit you raw. It's filtered through a narrative. A story you tell yourself might be different to a story you hear from someone else. Your life isn't just what happens, it's the meaning you assign to it. Change the meaning, and you change the reality. Bias. Once you believe in something, your brain's evidence confirms it. Some people might call it delusion, some might call it leverage. The truth is, your brain only sees what you believe. Now, speaking about the brain, another thing to speak about is emotions. The nervous system responds to imagination the same way that it responds to reality. Think about it. You see something that makes you happy. Your body has a good feeling to it. Now close your eyes and do the exact same thing. You feel the same feeling. Flip it on its head. Close your eyes and visualize someone holding a gun to your head. What happens? Your heart rate raises. Same thing out on the road. A car's approaching you a bit too quickly. What happens? Your heart starts racing. identity. The deepest lies are I am statements. I am disciplined. I am powerful. I am unstoppable. And that ties in with proof. Action always follows a story. Story hunts proof. Proof reinforces story. That's the loop. Now, the old way to look at things, it always starts with inheritance. Most of the time, it's not programmed by your actions, it's programmed by those that come before you. Just hit my knuckle. Most of the beliefs in your head probably aren't yours. They're hand-me-downs. Parents, teachers, society, friends, memes, cultures. It's all absorbed from time as you grow up. Now, the default of this is, I'm not smart enough. I'll never be rich. I can't change. These aren't facts. These are lies that you believed and swallowed without ever questioning anything. When you were younger, a parent or a friend always told you, you shouldn't be doing that. Sometimes as kids we question it, but we never actually think about why we're questioning it. These are the things that we need to think about. This is the cage. Most people feel and defend their old lies because they feel safe. The cage is familiar. It feels like home. They mistake this cage for comfort or for truth. And this leads to decay. Old lies keep you looping in the very same way. The same thoughts, the same choices, the same outcomes. You're not stuck because reality won't let you move on. You're stuck because your story won't let you. Now, we're talking about lies and how it's held you back. How do we construct a lie that's useful in life? Let's start with direction. You don't need to lie randomly. You lie towards the future that you want. Pick a goal, whatever goal it is. Whether it's wealth, health, fitness, relationships, friendships, anything. Pick a direction and build your lie towards that direction. The next thing after picking a direction is to scale. It's like building a building. Building a building. You start from the ground and you work your way up. You can't build a building from top down or side to side. It's just not feasible. Small lies don't move the needle. I'll try better. It's pretty weak. I'm one of the most disciplined people alive. It's fuel. Now, once you have direction and you have scale, the next thing is clarity. The sharper your story is, the faster it's installed into your programming. So it's just about making sure that you have the right messaging to your lie. And when you're focusing on how the messaging for your lie is built, you also need to focus on the detail of that lie as well. Add texture to it. Lies with details usually are harder to reject. Try telling someone that you're wearing a blue sock without taking your shoe off. It's questionable. Try telling that same person you're wearing a blue sock with pretty pink clouds on it and a small duck just on the ankle. It becomes slightly more believable, and it's just about having that detail. Last is emotion. Attach your feelings to it and the cold lies die. Charged lies spread like a fire. Attach your feelings to it. Now, most people's lies usually means that they just want to stay safe. We've already covered this. They lie to stay small. They say, it's fine, I'm doing okay, I'll try. Let's be real, that's bullshit. Those lies keep you average. The only lies worth telling are the ones that scare you. The ones that make you move. You don't say, I'll try and work harder. You say, I don't miss, I don't quit, I'm relentless. At first it feels fake. you're always going to feel uncomfortable. This is something that's always going to naturally happen with something new, something that isn't your traditional method. At first it feels stupid, but if you keep saying it, and one day you wake up and it's not a lie anymore, it's who you are. Now you're probably wondering, why isn't this just delusion? Why isn't this just being crazy? Let's make it clear here. There is a distinction. Delusion is lying without the action. Power is lying with execution. It's about lying with the ability to follow through on it. You need to set a precedent for it. You need to make a bridge. Lies don't replace work. They create the bridge to make work inevitable. Then you need to convert. Today's lies become tomorrow's identity. You need to follow through and actually convert on the lie. If you keep acting, the fakeness dissolves. The same way that Henry Cavill was Superman. He leaves the studio, time goes by. He's no longer Superman. He's just remnants of acting as Superman. Now, we've spoken about how to build a lie. We've spoken about how to follow through on a lie. We've spoken about the delusion of a lie. Let's talk about the actual psychology behind it. First things first is neuroplasticity. The brain rewires itself based on repeated input. The same way that some people tell you that you need to repeat the same things 5 times a day, or say your daily mantras in the mirror, or write things down in a journal. It's about the repetition. It allows your brain to learn that same mantra and become a part of your network. Next is activation. You see what you tell your brain matters. If it doesn't matter to you, your brain's not going to pay attention. If I asked you to tell me the colour of the suit that the man was wearing yesterday when you walked out of your house, does it matter to you? Your brain's not going to remember. If I told you what's in your fridge and what are you going to cook tonight, your brain's going to remember because that's what your brain is thinking about. It's also a self-fulfilling prophecy. You hear that term quite a bit, but it's a story that creates action. Action creates proof. You can see the loop forming already. And lastly, it's a confirmation bias. Once it's installed in your brain hunts for the evidence to support the lie. Now, confirmation bias is something that's thrown around fairly frequently, and you've probably heard it multiple times. You think about a yellow car, what are you going to see when you're on the road? A yellow car. Same thing. Now, let's go through some frameworks of lying to yourself. First, you have identity lies. Start with I am statements. I am powerful. I am wealthy. I am disciplined. I am the most respected person that I know. Then it's about focusing on the process. Lie about your habits. I wake up early every single morning. I go to the gym every single day. I eat healthy. I get all my work done. Then you focus on the outcomes. Lie about the future. I am 12% body fat. I am in the Forbes 30 under 30 list. Whatever it is, lie about the outcome. Last but not least, a smaller one is environmental lies. Surround yourself with the symbol of the lie. Notice my background. There's nothing on it. I'm focusing on simplicity in my life, so I'm going to adapt my environment to attach to that lie. I lead a simple life. I live not beyond my means. I live the life that I want. Now, lying isn't about being delusional. Let's make that very, very clear. This is about weaponizing your own mind. If you don't lie to yourself in the direction of your future, you're already lying. But guess who's worse off? You. Every time you say, I can't, that's a lie. Every time you say, I'm not built for this, that's a lie. You're already doing it. The only question is, are your lies keeping you small, or are they building you into someone greater? Now, everything that we've spoken about, it's a lot of information. What's the best way for us to build this and put it together? There's a pretty simple method, so let's just walk through it. Step 1 is to choose the lie. Pick what your lie is. Pick it and run with it. Second, install it. Daily, repetition, as much as you can. Install it into your brain. Wake up, write it down. Before you go to bed, write it down. Writing tends to increase the neuroplasticity in your brain than saying it. But write it down. Trust me, your brain is going to learn over time, and it's going to lead to natural decisions that leads towards that lie becoming the truth. Act as if that behavior is aligned with your lie. Follow through. If you feel the compulsion to do something, follow through with it. Collect the evidence and track that proof. If you find yourself suddenly eating better because that's what you firmly believe and that's the lie that you told yourself, track it. Make sure that you're keeping yourself accountable. And the last thing is stack. Repeat and stack. Keep building. It's like going from the ground up. Keep building. And once the lie becomes real, what do? You make the next one. So, some actionable steps on how to do this. Write one lie that will change your life if it was true. Just write it down on a piece of paper. I'll give you the next 2 minutes. Just write it down. Whatever's at the top of your mind, when I say, what's the one thing you want to achieve? Call it the lie and write it down. For the next 30 days, drill it in your mind. Morning and night. Just write it 5 times on a piece of paper, in a journal, whatever it is. 5 times. Write it down in the morning, write it down in the evening, and just read through it. Repeat it in your head constantly. The next step, it is an action step, but just behave that it's true. Behave as if it's true. Just go with it. Track the proof and evolve when it's no longer a lie. Once you achieve that goal, move on to the next thing and just keep repeating that cycle. Now, here's the truth. Nobody knows who you are. I'm speaking to you, but I don't know who you are. I'd love to get to know you, but I don't know who you are. I don't know what you're capable of. You probably don't even know what you're capable of. I certainly don't know what I'm capable of. In my eyes, my potential is beyond belief. The only thing that matters is the story that you decide to run with. So pick the lie that scares you, repeat it until it burns. Act like it's true every single day. Act like it's true every single day. Collect proof until you can't deny it anymore. Get to that point where you can't deny that it's a lie anymore. It becomes the truth. That's how you change your life. Not by waiting for the reality to shift, but by forcing it to catch up to your story.